And right now I'm not an Emerald leader with this company. And today I want to do a training with you that's going to help you change your business, because all of us understand that network marketing, what makes network marketing, what makes it bear the name network marketing is basically the fact that you have people on your what? On your team that you're working with. You have a network that you're working with. It gives you a chance to earn leverage income. Those who are here for your very first time, I also hope you understand, or if you are new in the business, I also hope you understand that for you to make this come to pass, for you to make people come onto your team, for you to grow a big network that is going to basically give you the income that you want, there are steps and skills you have to master. Are we together? The steps and skills you have to master, and they are very obvious. Sometimes we sing this song, and it's always important that we repeat these things until we get them right, okay? And the first skill you have to master is which one? Pardon, Madam Shivan? Which one is that one, the first skill you have to master? Prospecting. I want to confirm that you still remember. Prospecting. So in the prospecting phase, we identify people that are fit for our business, not so? Some of you are going to Facebook to prospect from there. Others prospect from church. Others prospect from where? Pardon? From the T. From the taxi, yes, beautiful. Others that wherever you are, wherever there are people, you prospect. You begin a conversation with an art of interesting them with what you have to offer. So later on, when they give you their contact and you exchange contacts, later on, you do what? You make an appointment with them. And that appointment is called what? That is an invitation. So you learn the art of inviting. So after prospecting, you what? You invite. And why do we invite? We invite people. We set an appointment with them. They come. We meet them. Or schedule with them an appointment online, offline. That is called invitation. So that now when we meet them, we can do what? We can do what? We can present to them the opportunity. And we said in the due course of presenting to them the opportunity, sometimes they have questions. And then that point when they have questions, it is what differentiates any other ordinary networker to a classic or to an extraordinary networker. When you have the ability to answer questions, the ability to respond to objections without getting offended, the ability to outsmart your prospect, but then in the good way without being arrogant, that is what we call what? That's what we call what? That's what you call closing, okay? When you answer questions of the prospect, will the company work? What if it close down? What if I have half of the money? What if I have no money? You can say, if I have no money, not going to join. But also, you can say, if you have no money, you can take maybe an example of Samso's story. Even when Samso came, they had no money. What we did with them is we made phone calls to their friend, to his friend. And by the time we made 20 phone calls, the gentleman had risen how much? 300,000. And he began with that. So you can also do the same thing. You can write down people that you trust and call them and borrow 100,000. So you give a solution to their objection without getting offended or without becoming offensive. We call that closing. Usually you convince someone to make the decision they thought they could never do what? They could never make right now. But again, however good you are or however good at closing you are, sometimes no man go closing still, the people that will not join right away. There are those that will join after some time. And they only join after some time if you do what? Hello, if you do what? Follow up. In our first days in MLM, we had a saying that used to say that you follow up someone until they die. When someone sees your business plan, you follow them up until they do what? That someone did not join network marketing 5 years ago, right now they're a very good candidate, you understand? Someone who showed the business plan, 1 year later, you understand? Right now, you get the point. So it's always very important that as we do what? As we do the what? The business, we understand those basics, we understand these skills. And today, I'm going to talk a very, very, very important one, and that is how? And that is conducting a one-on-one presentation. There is what you call a general group presentation, or call it an OPP, an opportunity plan presentation, like the one we always hold every day at what time? At midday, not so. Where you invite your guests and put them into the presentation and the experts do the work for you. But you're saying, relying on such a kind of a presentation only would delay your network marketing success. Network marketing success strives more on how many people in your team are able to do one-on-one. Have you heard me, James? Did you hear me? What did I say? Very good, he's following, okay? That your network marketing success thrives more on how many people in your team have the ability to do the presentation. You know what told you? Nga muni mu weekend bameka bamanyi mu team yongo bali sure nti no onaona je bali mukuba busako buli bali mukusomesa yo muntu muki mulala. You understand? Because wagambye munno network marketing success is just what makes network marketing because network marketing is the what? Is you working with people on your what? On your team to give you the potential to earn through leverage. That means oba mu team yongo ina abantu si bangi abasobola okukola one-on-one presentation. It means the rate at which people are coming into your team is going to be slow. That means the journey to building a system of leverage is also going to be very slow. Okategedde akantu ako. Lifena buli wobeera wano nga oli mu business nga business okyagikola wekka onoolwana nnyo oyige okola one-on-one such even if the OPP ends at sawa 8 or 7 kitundu. You can have the ability to invite someone to see you at 4, to see you at 5, to meet at the what? At the hotel, so you can do the presentation. And the more you practice, the more you get better. So today you're going to learn about how to do one-on-one presentation. And this changed my game. When OQATA just started, there was no presentation because the company was new. Even the office was not there. So those who joined us in the first stage, it was just because we met them one-on-one. And what gave my business a very good start is because in my first month, month, I did very many one-on-ones everywhere. You could call me at midnight and I'm still somewhere at the restaurant doing a presentation. Very early in the morning, both online and offline. One after the other. And I was able to sign up over 24 people in my first month. Those gave my business a very good A very good boost. Right now, even if I don't sign 24 in a month, maybe 1 or 2, 3 like that, sometimes the business keeps in check because I gave it a very good A very good momentum start. You understand? Very, very important to learn. The slides are very many. We shall do what we can afford. By around a few minutes after 10, we shall finish, okay? You have this PowerPoint in your back offices. And your uplines know these things. So wherever we shall stop at 15 minutes past 10, we shall stop there because we don't have a lot of time. Okay? So you're saying a one-on-one presentation is one of the most important meetings in network marketing that I've already told you already, and I gave you the reasons why. It's where you get to meet the next big leaders that propel your business forward. Don't you get the already? And we said that the journey of every significant leader in our company often starts with a good one-on-one meeting with their sponsor. This point is simply trying to tell you, because now when you talk about a good one-on-one meeting with their with their sponsor, every significant big leader in the company, it's even talking about more. It is talking about not only a meeting of the presentation, but also that one-on-one touch you get with your with your newest recruit. You get the point. Sometimes your next champion may be in the OPP, but tell you what. Sometimes the OPP may not help you identify your next champion. oyinza oyita abagenyi bangi naye ng'okusunsula agenda okukola okukyusiza akazannyo. You always have to go out there in the what? On the one-on-one and understand those prospects on what? In detail. Uplines who always sit in closing circles. Closing circles are not just a time for us to ask for money or for people to join the business or to enroll and become distributors. Sometimes closing circles are just, it's a time for you to sort out the good people. Kali negative, kali confident, kali smart. After everyone has gone, it is always up to you to go and pick out that gentleman and give them a private mentorship session. That when everyone goes, I want to see you privately. That helps you know them more, understand the primary motivating factors, and maybe give them a good what? A good start. You understand? Very, very important. When you're going to be a very good networker, you must be very good at spotting talent. You know spotting talent? One, you know what you call sporting talent? Those who I think understand some football. You know kwanga olengera wantu omwana engeri yayogeramu engeri yatekekamu ebintu engeri yali organized engeri yali punctual yandiba star chokola nga buli omu else omusomesa waliwo omwana go private one-on-one sessions of what? Of mentorship, so that you can get them up to the what? Up to their goal. When someone shows you how good they are, sometimes it's not for granted. Always respect that kind of what? That kind of factor. Very good. Even in our company, even if our company has what? Ongoing presentations, it is crucial to mix these ones with what? With one-on-ones, especially with your key players. Very, very important. But I thought about that already. The personal touch before the big presentation helps you build a relationship and what? And trust, ensuring they are more receptive during what? Larger events. Talking about a one-on-one. And in this case, we are saying a one-on-one is an interaction between 2-3 people. Always not more than what? Not more than 5. You understand? Very, very important. And in this point, the author of this PowerPoint is telling us that a one-on-one presentation is always very good, or a one-on-one meeting is very, very good because it makes the person ready for the what? For the big meeting. And that's what I do with my baby sale. When the guests come, I don't sit them here. No. We don't sit them here when the guests come. We look for space that is more convenient and calm. I always use the upper room where Mr. Enoch always packs the products from. And what do? I give my guests, or I give our guests a preamble of what they are going to see. And I set the expectations what? Right. Am I lying, Shivan? I'm not lying. Okay. It is true. When the guests come, basatu bana, batuse wasagenda chikameka nti 10 opibetandike. Tebabera muno, tubazake bali, nembaliramu. Why am I doing that? I am setting the expectations right? Because sometimes, some of you, the way you invite people, abantu ngeje mukwachi, je mubayitamu, neche basanga mu presentation, they remain angers from the beginning of the meeting up to the end, and they remain angers. And they pick nothing. Yesterday, where is she? Is she around? Where is Fiona? Not you. Nanyonga. Nanyonga is not around. I always want to talk about Pongatabali. Some of you will go and report and they misinterpret information. But anyway, when I was talking to Madame Fiona yesterday, I was giving her credit about how her second page is running. Her prospecting page about using the phone to make money and what of you. And I was asking her, what is the feedback on that page? And she said, applying BABTR. BAB means the same thing. Some come, some like, some don't like. I told her, you didn't get wrongly. Because the kind of information you put on your page, you say, telling people they can make money using a smartphone, and sometimes you made a caption, no capital required, no boss. No capital, no boss, that was your caption. And people came. And surprisingly, before you brief them well, you dump them in a what? Dump them in a presentation. And the first speaker is talking about what? A company that is Pan-African, brought by an African that has the product. Now to join the company, you need how much? You are defying from your message. You get the point? You are defying from your message. That means with such a kind of a presentation of a guest, it was always important that you get a one-on-one session prior, before the meeting. So you give them a preamble and run them through what to express. But by the time you sit them in the what? In the presentation, whatever they are saying is not taking them by surprise. Am I training somebody? Namu abaja mu VIP. Sara never know mwena akawinga kasilise nnyo. Niyo information namu abakwatako. Mwa game changers. This information is yours. You know why? I always see you on TikTok. I see you running those adverts and what of you make money online. Ambalaba. Check it. Yeah. I don't want to comment. Some of you don't want us to comment on your posts. Yeah? But we see you. So this information is yours. I'm saying, by the time you sit the guest in the presentation, they must already be in accord with your message, and the message you have given them already before you see them must appeal and match the script you used in inviting them. Are we together? Very important. That's why sometimes we close guests and the meeting is full of people and people are not joining, people are not excited. We share some expensive testimonies, and everyone is looking at us like we're acting a horror movie. It's because the audience is alienated from where? From the message we are giving. So very important, one-on-one before a presentation. Edakika 3 ng'atudde wano ng'eri bakubakeere ng'atudde awo bimubowa muwe eddakiika 10 omusomeseemu bita mu cash flow quadrant. I always use this quadrant very well. Kamba somese kamba bide ku bibuuzo. Omanyi olina okuba ng'oli mugezigezi ng'oyiiya. I always draw this pie chart like this. I don't draw the cash flow quadrant. And I tell them that in the world that we are in today, there are 3 sectors that you must carefully position yourself in to make a lot of money. And if you are disconnected from these sectors, chances of you becoming wealthy and rich and successful are going to be very slim. So it's important that you put yourself present. When Nokia failed to put itself present in the era of smartphone and what? And what? It lost it, yet it had the best phones, not so. Same thing. Sector ezigifuga ziri 3. Esooka gye tuyita what? Tuyita what? Disconnected economy. And this is when I bring in how things are diversifying and changing from the analog systems we knew to the what? To the online and social media. I give examples of people like Mark Zuckerberg and how they built very big empires connecting what? Connecting people. I give examples of banks and how they're opening up. Those days girls used to come to our what? To our campus university, telling us to open bank accounts. Right now, people open bank accounts on their phone, withdraw and deposit without ever going to the bank. I give those examples like that. Those days you had to go to marketplaces to buy tomatoes. No, not anymore. We can order everything online. Those days you have to go to the stage and wait for a border. Not anymore. You can use the father see book your ride and even know the price before the what? Before the journey. And also, I give examples like those ones. I tell them, those ones who get connected in this kind of what? In this kind of era. Check it. I give examples of those famous TikTokers who are using social media. What is their job? They are what? They are influencers. Influencers is a job. But influencers, you get the point. They are these guys who just position themselves well in an ongoing what? Current era. Very, very important. Look at these girls who are managing Airbnbs. These girls don't even have a land title in their names. They even don't know how they stand while purchasing a land title. But because they position themselves well, but you know, omulembe gwa lodge gugenda gudiba kati abantu bali mu Airbnb bookinga no system combinator no abiri ekyo kitya kimu obwana obera kuli webuti nga bonna customer bonya abazungu abayingide but why is nabachi neba muva bulaya because they are now tapping the connected what economy. So if you're not part of this economy, set the walls dindira suweziyita. Tebikyakolo ogenda mu kikuubo n'okola otya n'ogamba kanfune $5,000,000 nyingire ekikuubo oyitayo emyaka 2 oba olina bank loan sente ziba zakola ki zaggwawo. Sometimes people lose sometimes in kikuubo down there sente zaabwe ziggwerawo ku kupangisa dduuka. You get the point? Educate the prospect. That is one sector. The second sector, I tell them, the second sector you have to position yourself well is sales and marketing. And I also tell them and explain that everything in this world is just about what? Marketing. How well you market. The reason that's why ladies put on the lipstick and then get out of their houses, and then when they reach home, they rub it off. It is because almost easier to appeal to the what? To the marketplace, not so. That's why I spend some 20 minutes in my mirror to match my tie with my what? With my suit and my belt and my shoes. It's because I want to be appealing to my audience. So check it there. Max sales and marketing. I give an example of Splash and Coca-Cola, and I ask them, what do you think is a better drink? And they always tell me what? Are you sure? Splash and Coca-Cola is a better drink? You have a problem if you say Coca-Cola. By far, okay, I hope this is not being recorded, but surely, but it is Splash could be a better drink. But where is Coca-Cola beating it? Where is Coca-Cola winning from? Sales and marketing, a billboard, a poster online, a promotion. That is just marketing more than Splash. As a matter of fact, check it. Why don't you want to come to see Nunji Nayenga? Basilanganya so much music. Get the point? Very important. Who told you that iPhone is the best phone? Who said? One man just woke up and equipped our minds. If right now, again, the full 17 it is sales and marketing, how better you market. So basically, if you're not learning a sales skill, you are disintegrated from the what? From the ongoing dominating sector. I make them believe it is and it is the truth. Not a close, I'm just informed. Then the other sector is really sweeping people by their feet is what you call the health sector, because the health sector is a non-negotiable. It's a sector that is growing, a sector that is a non-negotiable, a sector that someone cannot miss. Customer kubira. Musawo ngaye bei gumfa wagambe emitwala 5 mwemeka nomugamba zali nyaka zili nkaga nasasula lwaki. It is a non-negotiable what? Sector. Tatu yakubije Dubai nangama musawo bichiwe nasomele nangamba musawo ngamusera nangamba anti afisili akadomola leka tumanye mtwaita ero kujaja bensi ku midenya yake ebili ya bei. Now it's going to you have those. It's a non-negotiable sector. So after helping your prospect understand this pie chart, that's what I do for me. Take it. I now tell them you are lucky that the opportunity that you are going to share today encompasses the 3. Are you together? It encompasses the what? It gives you time and chance to market and sell a company an opportunity. Use your social media platforms, and what are you marketing? Health food supplements. And what is going to be your compensation? I ran them through briefly. So by the time they sit in my meeting, I have had an educative one-on-one together with them. That one-on-one helps me build the relationship and the trust factor about my opportunity. Are you learning something? Yes. Are you learning something? Yes. The game changers, are you learning? And then the conversion rate is low because you want to take them by surprise. In the presentation, you want the presenter to make miracles. You understand? We are doing legit business. Please treat like legit business. And time is with the Mugena Kunkwata. I will stop where I will stop, okay? I hope you are learning. So first part of one-on-one presentation is the one-on-one meeting is preparation. And what do we prepare? One, we know our prospects. Research their backgrounds, interests, and mutual connections. Backgrounds I also mean about, I'm talking about how the person was invited. You understand? What is appealing to them? Are they job hunting? Do they want a job? They want to add on what? Part-time income. You understand? Very important. So that you can be appealing to with your message. Tailor your presentation to their specific needs. Tailoring your presentation to their specific needs knows that shows you are considerate and professional. Very, very important. Tailoring the presentation to their what? And also, the good thing country managers around, sometimes it will be very important for us to do what you call a feasibility study. That is why when I'm doing a presentation, when I'm closing a meeting, I always ask a question. How many of us were connected to this presentation via TikTok, social media, Facebook or Instagram? I want to judge and see that my story is appealing to the what? To the audience. You understand? Eh? In the future, you should also have to do a feasibility study to know that banabagenya abasinga abaze bavude ku TikTok babagambye was it an advert, was it a personal interaction, was it a prospecting message? How did they come? In the manner in which they came is very important for the presenters of that season to tailor their presentations to match the expectations of the guests that we have in the what? In the audience. Are you together, my friends? Very, very important. Eh? So if you are meeting this prospect on behalf of your downline, ask your downline about the prospect to better what? To better prepare. When Madame Fiona, now not Nanyonga, this Iribagiza here, that, by the way, Madame Fiona is my champion. Okay? So you see, Babu will come kulabe. Olumaloga no fuka platinum on swaze. So get there. Jakuchilava. Tumabazad the police later. Anyway, I'm saying when she tells me that there is a batch of upline, what will happen to America? Basatu benjaga to again abo. Chesoko mubuza. Bali batia. And she tells me, but you okay? Ngamugamba, And I tell her, when I ask you, I want a detailed explanation about the people. Bafudewa, Banonyachi, Bani confident, Bani Sony, something like that. So it gives me a mood in which to come. Because when you come over the confident, Ngomuntu are very, very reserved. You are braggant, something like that. So basically, knowing your prospect is very important. For the upline, also knowing the people that you're going to talk to is also very, very important in those one-on-one discussions. Have your downlines introduce you to their guests to establish trust and also bridge any gaps between you and your prospects. Very, very important. Because when I talk about this point, I always go back and refer to the master key. Master key, I think the master key by our CEO Salias, it's one of the books that I found that expound more on that of edification. I've read very many MLM books, but the one that expounds more on edification, it is the master key. It even gives you live examples and liable examples that you can basically use. You get the point? So basically, through edification, you, the downline, can introduce your upline to prospect, but even you, the upline, can also give credit to your downline. Hope downline together, upline together. Anyone that understand the meaning of the word upline, downline? Anyone? Okay. So even before the presentation, set clear objectives. What is the goal of the presentation? What was the goal of your presentation? Quotes and numbers. What was the goal of your presentation? You understand? To join as distributors, not just people who are doing the business. Understand? Very, very important to know your objective. Very important. Determine your goal of the meeting. Whether is it making a sale, recruiting a distributor, or simply building a relationship. Very important. There are some prospects that you will meet and you're not going to go to present to them. Yesterday I met a gentleman up there at St. Anthony. Very, very successful gentleman. Very sanga mwenda na kula musero closing na nkwesimu meeting ijimaliza jango college jango ndabi sanga mwenda omutima ogune negungamba mugambe twalaganye kawungezi nyaka wungezi kawade ko sawa meka. So I completed the sale very fast. I took a border to St. Anthony, and my intent was not basically to present to him to draw for him the circles. No, I was very sure in one of the questions he's going to ask me, Katimu, and it was my chance for me to expound more on what I do, about how I partnered with this Pan-African enterprise, tuti kuledagala fusa mezokuli okuli jamuchi mu America, tuzimba business model elikola elitambuza mu bugwanga lyonna. Juice naliko Zambia, ne musomera nenjogera kakaleke Zambia, tukwatagana embozi. Dagala ngachi. And it was an opportunity for me to basically disseminate my products in detail. And he told me I should see him today. He wants to buy a combo of something. You understand? It was basically to establish a relationship with what? With that person, not to sell to them. Because I knew the fact that he cares about me, he will ask me what I am up to at the moment. So basically, establish the objectives of the what? Of the meeting. Know when to say what and where. Understand if the prospect is more interested in the what? Products or the business opportunity, change your get the code. And also, this clarity will help you tailor a very good approach. Check it. Ogambi omuntu mukolera chi? Mukolera omuntu asokola sente online. Kati azze. Chegeza ayagala kola chi? Sente. Ate sente ozikola online. Naye ate nomanja chikazo nazona ngomukubira busako ngane online factor takola chi? Tajiraba. Omugamba leto omulala. Omuganda ko sente online. Online tajiraba, online factor tajiraba. Ngo your candidate, it could have been as easy or as good as teaching them what you exactly do. Business tegenda kuvao. Waniko mkono ngotula CV olukumi omwezi. Waniko mkono. 1000 CV club. Sala wanika. Naye wanika sala no mulala. Abatunda tebasoma ndozo labo buzibu bayina. bajja kukiraba bagambe upload agaye mujja kukiraba onoonya ekikuyisaawo naye era onootegeera mbu bizinensi nga zisi ya mwaka gumu si ya myaka ebiri si ya myaka emeka esatu kitegedde gwatunda CV 1000 gwatunda CV 2000 gwolina capacity recruitinga n'okuzimba team okusinga omuntu wa very fast kankwaka kodyo kwagabuwa naye n'okuba very smart ogambye omwana ajje alabe engeri gyagagawala gyakola sente online. Now let me say I am a Sala or a Nanyonga. You made 3,000 CVs last month. 3,000 CVs divided by colon detox is 12 point what? 12, eh? What is the answer here? 3,000 divided by 12. Wanje? Dila calculator nayo totumenya. Omulembe gw'obugezi gwagwawo. Tomenyeka. Wanje? What the colon 250. Colon nabalayo mu litunde emitwalo 19. Naye ntunamuna nanya negeza zaki atunda 10 nengamba zikantunde 9. Era nkwera naye walanga munananya. Nga gwali mwaka kyogo. Aba sente online. Amutuze mu bupiira aba sente online. Amutuze mu bupiira yona paka ebugwako oshegedde yandibadde amulaga page ye namulaga message alerts namulaga ba customer nga babigula namulaga how easy it is because nkimanyi mukunyola customer ebino ebintu manyi kibeera what will happen is something not so to make their orders not so and she will even be telling them she will be even packing some things as this one is watching not so she will even make some money when this guest is watching because customers are calling Nanyonga all the time. Before you know it, the person will be mesmerized about how you can sit there with them and in less than 1 hour, you pocket clean 200,000, clean 100,000 as profits. Ogenda musomesa. Molo musomesa, nga akola chi, nga abikola. Nga akola sentence online. Olmalanga akola chi, nga yingira business nga abyogwira ku chi. Si gwo omukaka, omugezi awa yakidabye edda. Oshegedde. Ngatandika business nga agulira ID number ye. Kiba kikwanguyira okubikulunga n'abaki n'abantu gwatunda and you're ready because plan yokola ki? Ojirina, you get the point. So always making sure that your message is in accord with what you promised. Omuntu walabanga ti omusuubiza si kyakola ki? Ndaba abantu mbaleeta wano ne bajja n'agapapula kakaki envelopes. Omwe mugabatuma. And the whole meeting ends and you have even not referred to those papers. Tobisabye. Tobibuuzizza already oba avudde ku ki ku mulamwa buli fena abapya mbasomesa ate mwe mwesiimye nga mwe abapya ennyo mwe mwesinza okwesiima byensomesa za bigendo bagagawaza mu speed million okay kole sente nga nyingi. I'm going to end with this. Time is not my best ally, but I've almost talked everything. Have presentation guide ready if you're going to do if you're going to do a presentation. But also, when I say have a presentation guide ready, I don't mean when you sit with the guest, open it right away. That is why they say, have a presentation or such a PowerPoint on your phone or what company magazine or laptop, ensure you have a good-looking pen. That is why they say have a presentable sketchbook for what? Taking notes and diagrams. Buno busako obo kwa mu sketchbook yo tonagulawo na presentation guide. You understand? Before you open your OPP, before you open your laptop, these circles around you opening your drawing in your circle book. You understand? Everyone must have a big spiral book. Me, I have a big. Know it. My team knows it. My small baby nursery knows it. And I don't let it out. Sichigabana muno mpaka ko book yo oizo chimanako. Sichigabana gendo gule chicho. Nze change njogera mpandika nemba ngenda mu team meeting I come with a circle book because everything I say I always write. So I build the guests bring scratch in the circle book, draw diagrams, illustrations, whatever. By the time you open your presentation guide, you must just be putting digits in the conversation you already have been holding. Okay, get there. Yes, you close before the presentation. Bring testimonials. Messages kubele kumpi. When I'm mentoring my teams, I show my bank alerts. When I'm mentoring closing meetings, I show my bank alerts. Videos, showcase success stories. I have a bank alert of Farida on how she joined the project and in her first 3 months she earned 0. Then the fourth month she earned 1.4. Fifth month she earned 2.3. Sixth month she earned 5 point something. Seventh she earned 5.7. From 5% to 7 million. To show people the power of the multiplier compounding effect that a business can do what? Can grow. That is good evidence. Consider showing a bank statement that proves the company's what? Payment what? Payment. Consider showing a bank statement that proves that the company's payments, reinforcing the business what? Credibility. Very important. You get the point? And also, I'm going to end with this point. Mr. Hassan. Dress professionally. And ladies, every time we talk about dressing professionally, muniga. Because you have given us hard time. Check it. Dress professionally. Yambala onyume otonye sweetie sijja kugambako neze nasikali nja mubuzaje wayise mbayiteyo omujagamba bukibi mbayiteyo mbalage nje manyi aba bakompeyalingira bakompeyalingire mugenda nyiga sijja bikola naye abakyala buli woyambala novaako waggulu kuki kutaka olabika ng'oli smart. Waliwo engoye z'abanga za office mu. Abamu muli batono mu mubiri. Okitegedde? Muli batono mu mubiri, mulinga birungi. Small body, Sarah is tall, kumbe kyenkya. It's okay. Naye wabera small body, n'ogamba omuntu nti olina eddagala likola ki liwonya majjangu. You come. That's what, don't sit. Forgetting. You come. Yeah, you come. Jangu. Jangu amma. Jangu wa so me say. Yeah. Jangu. Anakana okalaba kachala kalabaka. Nguti ayo. Kola boti. Achala kato suwe chiri kadayo video ya sukali suwe chiri omusajja ze sukali ya mulumya munene muzibu akomeri namadalaga musumbu yokulinya omusawa avuddeyo ayalaza dagala ya sukali wabanga yono omusawo mu size eno. If this is the musawo in this size ngatali smart wabisoma di kumyaka ejo tukosi ojisoma dino ojimala. You understand? Nandi je omali atali smart nemba comparing naye atali smart anaja kunyiga ne kati kwa wakafanyiko yo mwala this size ya birungi size ya ani madam Shamira wa game changers katinga jagabe dagala jagaba products nenga atali smart enviri zinga bezikola ki bwezagala kali neka nakachako ganti kasao kasoma bitabo namaso ngakola ki nigafira ku bitabo bitabo kati kamba era basawe bati babero segede babera we bati asata babera we bati smart, she's smart achimala ono mwana mugenyi waje na mugamba hey I am the madam that you called on the phone that has an opportunity. She has an opportunity. Nebwe nawo obera nga ayeka opportunity nga go itira about opportunity temuteka mbisa bizibu. You make it hard for us. Ninja ugamba Oshagede agambye nagambye mwinga naye weremereddwa ebale kunyuma wanje munyume mwambale okibeerako saati y'emitwalo ena watu tunagisobola wali yezo omutwalo nga nnungi ng'osojjugula ng'omukono mugazi n'otwala ku kyala ne bagikola ki ne bagikwatamu n'ekutuuka n'osiba ettaayi ery'ebiri olibanga lya bbeeyi waliwo ettaayi ly'ebiri naye ng'onyuma sitwaga tukuwolereze nnyo because you are inviting people from TikTok. That means most of the people are bringing a cold market prospects. Are we together? Cold market prospects will judge you before you open your mouth. Are we together? Wamala okwogera kuka dress professionally. Nagamba maintain good personal hygiene. Ho munabeko. Abami munabeko. Abamu mulekana. You munabeko. I'll not say it in English. People are online watching. I don't want them to know that in Uganda people do not want. Good echiwowo waliwo echiwowo ekigaano tuyana. It is natural that omwana bw'olituka mu buvubuka otandika okuvamu akasu oshegede naye ekyokola akasu ako bakaziba. There are some good deodorants that keep you dry in the armpits. Are you together? And you look fresh, feel fresh. Atabatanaba nimwekuba ebiwowo mbyono nabwononyi. Notula musako nakuito closinga ibagesi. No ida tabu. Are you together? Enjala bazisale. Musale enjala bannange. Abami musale enjala. Abachala musaleewo oyagala siga njala obatala zisiga oyagala zisiga leka muita chutex muita ki ba muita chutex ina musiga ki mumbulire chutex abeleko nga mulamba waba menese manato musobola mujeko nila sale chaza nyagaliza kafalida kanajjuko ebyo mekabiva bwala bako obabumpi bubera clean akavilika kabakampi nga kali clean segedde tabona nga gwe tutekisa akutuse oyina sente oyina opportunity gwe oyina mitwale bijja oyina opportunity tosobola kuba na opportunity olimba. I am going to mentor you mfana nga gwe nagagala galinga agabasezi olimba musenye munye bulungi obumwa oshegedde mwogena abantu nga ki nze male buswiti bwange oluusi kimezo oyo yabumpa wema nva kulya lanchi nga ndidde ebijanjaalo sijja musaako nga sina switi naye addaawunya ebijanjaalo bannange have good breath and byebyo awo ng'okola one on one. Are you together? Movie easy. Have we learned from where it began from? Organizing yourself, preparing your guests, having a pre-briefing with your guests, fitting and remaining consistent with your message from the time you made the invitation, keeping your guests in check. And there is also too much more. You will find this at your back office. Any communications, Mr. Hassan? Very good. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is approximately 15 past 10 a.m. I was supposed to end at 10. I beg to end there. You go and read through the rest of the PowerPoint at your back offices. It's a very good training. Always endeavor to keep it and allow me to end there for today in the morning. I'll be back here on this platform at midday to close the midday presentation. But before I leave the stage, I want to welcome our very own, he has really mentored us. He has changed the game of the business. Most of us are really enjoying and affording lunch and transport and buying gadgets and cars because of him. He changed the game of the business. He has a very good track record of mentoring people across Africa. And right now we are very privileged to have him as our celebrated country manager of OQATA WELLNESS SOLUTIONS in Uganda. Let's put them together for our very own Mr. Frank. To move as a round of applause for our country manager, please.